have a case. In Slovenia, we had an artist who played at the Waves Vienna, in Vienna. A small venue, shitty venue, let's say, so a little, just few people in the audience. There was one guy. There was one guy who said, "Oh wow, this is masterpiece. This is masterpiece. Are you ready to come to Eurosonic Groningen?" "Okay, I'm ready." He went to the Eurosonic, and similar situation. But there was a guy. "Hey, this is masterpiece. Are you ready to play on Glastonbury next year?" He said yes. So
one person. I mean, quantity is not always the most important.
Of course, every artist wants to play in front of the massive audience. We all want it because we have a good feeling, we got feedback. But it's not necessary that into this mass you will find the right person. And this is the work that agents should do. So he will grab people, he will let them know about you. Because you know how that goes. Usually you play at Showcase Festival and there are 5 concerts going on at the same time. So it's also very difficult. And you will have to invest your time, your money, whatever you got to go there. And probably it is possible that there will be no result at the end of the story. That's why I'm thinking, I agree with you. Maybe yes, artists should think about his work. I do not agree at all in the way that artists should know something about the music business, because this is the way how he will choose the right agent.
Yeah, exactly.
Some awareness has to be.
I have something to add on this example that you said the band has to work. For example, we were in Poland, performing. We were in Poland supporting Aberan. It's a UK artist, he's very upcoming now. He's very upcoming. He's doing sold out gigs now in the UK. And he's a popular artist, but we were supporting with my band. And I said because I was alone there doing the tour manager, the publicist, everything, as all the beginners band and managers, what they do really. So I was there and I said to the band, "Hey guys, you should stay at the merch." And then we sell the most merch ever because the band was there and the people wanted to see the band. They didn't want to see me there. So everyone went to the drummer, to the singer. He said, "Okay guys, nice to meet you." And everyone likes the album dinner. So even this small thing sometimes can
makes a difference.
yeah, and we met someone from Universal as well. You know, we didn't know he was there.
Yeah, I just want to say that.
Yeah, do you want to go there so that they can see you?
I mean, no.
Musical chairs.
Yeah, I just want to say that to have an agent means you need to pay.
Exactly.
For most of us, I think it's a luxury, right?
Exactly. But do you know who is Peter Grant? Peter Grant is the manager of Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
They were schoolmates. They studied together. He was a member of the band.
The same for Peter Janner.
He played guitar, but he was the one who was
your friend.
into the band. So my suggestion is that you should try your biggest fan of your friendship among your friends.
Make him a part
Because that's another job.
So there's another question. See the question. Can we stick to that question? But it doesn't matter where you are because you're not actually answered. Nobody's answered that.
Yeah, but Tagiliki can answer also.
Well, you're going to answer as well. Do you need to be in London?
No.
Good.
And can I say something? Like the fact that I was there for so many years, it didn't make a difference. To be fair, I mean, you do get to meet people, but there's so much more noise that you have to cut through.
Yeah.
Here, it's like, in a way, it's smaller and it's more manageable.
What's your thoughts?
I lived in Venice. I lived in New York for 10 years. And when I came in, I now live in the Corinthian Club in Corinth, in a small seaside village. And I was able to, somebody listened to our songs. That was a result.
Okay, XPC, I say something.
It worked.
Yeah.
Place doesn't matter, but networks do.
Well,
Who you connect with.
of course it does, but it's
A
not.
little bit of lag, and you have to be always active.
Yes.
I just want to say that sometimes by paying a manager can save you money, actually. I've seen many bands who always say we don't have money, to pay somebody to do that, but they spend money around trying to make it on their own. They don't know how though. So, and if you find the proper manager and you give him some money, it will save you time and money that will take you to learn all this stuff, to find the connections, to be an expert. So maybe in the end, if you choose from the beginning to be a musician, you can save a lot by finding the proper for you. Even if you have to pay it.
Coming back on, sorry, exactly what Peter said and Aliki, and I think we can make a bridge with Michael. It's about an investment, and I have to say for years as well, when I was listening to bands said, no, I don't, I mean, you have a mobile phone, it's an iPhone or what? You have Nike Air or you have shoe. So it's a question of priorities. And if you don't know the industry, it's not enough to be a musician. I'm sorry, that's for me 100% granted. Today, in 2018, in the, how do you say it, Mark? Cross interdisciplinary skills. You need to, anyway to know a bit about computing, mobile. So in this area, today, not only for musicians, for anyone, for any creative person, you need to have a point of view on the business, because it is a business, and then only, in fact, as they said, you can be able to choose your collaborators. Exactly. Now, if you are bargaining with percentages, if you want to pay, well, this is the extra thing. But to be able to do that, you need to have the proper experience to choose,
yes.
Right?
But if, you need the proper experience, and you need, as I said in the beginning of this session, the passion for whatever you do, and all the musicians, you need the music passion for this, and the money after this.
Well, don't you think? Sorry.
Yes. I would make 3 keynotes. I care from Mark authenticity.
Mm-hmm.
I care that the musicians have to be aware about the skills, competencies in order to choose the right partners and know how the market works.
Mm-hmm.
The third is to be able to identify, this is the point that you said before about the manager, because if you can't communicate at once with someone, I think the recipe will go wrong. I would say it again, but it will go wrong. And the fourth main opinion is professionalism, at least in the music sector, means constant working and devotion. Because as Peter said, when you are touring for 2 months in a row, sleeping in buses, skipping your food habits, etc., your body gets tired, your creativity might have some losses, etc. So it's not a thing that I could write a song today, post it on YouTube, and in the next hours I'm going to be a billionaire through views. Okay, it's 1 in a million. Mm-hmm. But other than that, if you can highlight what are the key things for one person to chase his dream, meaning that he has to be a creator and a professional at the same time, you have to make a preparation before in order to have all these elements at once. Mm-hmm. And at the end of the day, he will be able to focus on his creativity because he will know that he will have a backup of other professionals doing his works. And don't forget that this is a vice versa thing. I create, you promote. If I don't create, you don't have anything to promote because there is no content.
I have a story about this, but I will tell you in Greek because it's.
So you keep it for after then.
Okay.
So
it's about a big band here in Greece with a long
name.
Yes.
Tell us the story then.
Huh? I'm sorry, I insist. Let's finish the English session.
Okay.
So that we can move on the Greek afterwards.
Okay. You're hiding it from the British. You're deliberately hiding European things from the British.
Leah.
Yeah, I have like a few things that I want to say, like in terms of like authenticity that Mark mentioned. I think in terms of production and like creative skills, I don't think it's easy. Like it takes a lot of work to be able to find your sound, like that quote that stands alone in the music. Like like when someone meets you, then after a little while they can tell like what's your quirk and what's your thing, and to find that in music and to be able to have the skills to deliver that accurately, it's not an easy thing. Like for me, at least, it didn't come from day one. Like I had to work, and I keep working to find the essence of my work and to be able to deliver. Like most of the times I hear a melody or I hear something, and my technical abilities or something, there is a limitation. So that's an ongoing process. But and then I think from the music side of things, accessibility that Alex mentioned, I think it's a problem in the industry. Like there's a constant battle between labels and artists. They're arguing. Like Cobalt's, for example, stand on the industry, for me, changed the paradigm in the last few years big time, and it had to happen so badly, like with the whole like royalties and the whole story. So to be able to have accessibility in all that sort of stuff is not easy. Like most of the labels you mentioned that don't reply, I'll tell you, most of the labels, they don't even accept demos. Like, and then you see amazing artists emerge, and then you think, okay, we didn't know this guy. How did he get the music there? Like, how did they find him? Okay, by the internet, by networking. But I don't think labels are how do you say that?
How to blame?
A little bit, yes, to be fair. I mean, I've worked, I know from the inside their faults, do you know what I mean? And I totally stand on the artist's point that they don't make our lives easier with the models that they work on. They are not accessible. And social networking, and I was talking with you on the way to food, is that, okay, a few years back, it used to be more interactive. It was easier to find people online and talk to. Now, most people don't reply to you. There's so much noise, and it's all about visual content and posing and like, okay, I go there, I'll take a picture, I go there. Like there's no point. And there's no soul into it. Like for me, it needs to have some soul. It needs to have some like essence from you to you and from you to me, so we interact in like lovely terms and find something nice.
But Mark said something before. You said that you have to go to the people as well. So, I mean, you have to follow the trends. You have to do lifelong learning, which is true for all of us.
I think, see the question about where you are and the manager and the agent thing. The one thing an agent or a manager or sort of backup, I went to university, but I'm known by a lot of people in our world of Celtic music in France, big festivals in Canada. So, and if I say to somebody that's about the knowledge, I say, you want to hear these people, I get ahead of the queue because I know them. You see, and that takes years, of course. And if you've got someone that's in the frame and they think, that's a great one, that makes a difference. And we could probably do better networking amongst ourselves by saying and trusting one another to say, so-and-so, could you do better with that? You understand what I'm saying? And that, then it doesn't matter who you are, as long as you've got the network. The other thing is, we found also just...
So you mean, in a way, you have to do your own community before trying to export. So give importance to your local community as well. That's what you're saying?
Well, there's that, but also the bigger picture, people that you know.
So where to start from? For sure, don't think that the local community is not important.
Not necessarily, yeah. And the other thing we found also, because of digital collaboration, and we've got folks working in one part of our university, and they do a lot of engineering and sharing of files with people in New Zealand and the States, and for all sorts of albums, and we don't need it. That. So it doesn't matter where you are if you've got the right technology and the right studio and so on. But it's about contacts. As you say, it's about...
Yeah, totally.
Would you, Michael, is that your experience as well? People, Peter? Yeah. It's not, and that's not luck, that's trying. It takes years, as you say, being told.
Yes, and also what your question was, like you said before, that they don't answer, they don't reply. But what I have seen from my experience is I was contacting everyone in the beginning. Okay, I need to be at this festival, I need to contact these people. So you need to do your homework before you contact someone. Like if you want to contact him, Max, you need to see who he is, where he works, what is his network, what is he like, what is he like, and then because he's very busy, and if I send him 10 emails, then he will be annoyed. He doesn't know me or anyone
I'm
from
not
before
saying
in
any
Greece.
place the same person, obviously. I'm not talking about that.
No, I'm not talking. I mean,
No.
but you send not you, but like I was doing this. I was sending a lot of emails to people because I wanted to connect, to introduce the music of my acts, But then you need to open your network, travel, spend money, spend time. I don't know.
How did you do it is the question. Because
What?
I can tell you it was before internet, well, at least it was just starting, but I think it's still accurate. We had opened the Music Diffusion Export Office. It was a Greek effort, right? But we had been to A&Rs. Have you ever been in a label of an A&R? Long time ago, because now it won't be the same, but it's the same shit because it's in here. At the time, the guys, you could not see them. They were behind the CDs. They were really CDs like this, not opened in the plastic. So when we saw that, we went to Hartomania. It's long time ago. It was a Greek guy doing things with carton, and we bought ourselves all the money we had, cartons, we did logos, we translated the songs, the stories, the pictures, and we sent the nice box abroad. So we were sure that even if he didn't like the product, he would see the box. Do you have anything else to do? And it worked. And we had Donna Samiu. Donna Samiu, which is traditional music. We had a traditional music week in all the snack stores of Paris. You need to think about who is going to get your product. You have the same problem. I don't answer Facebook. I don't answer WhatsApp. I don't answer Viber. And am I going to work or answer the emails and all this? And I love music. I really listen to all the music. How many times can I do it? Twice? No, it's impossible. I cannot do it twice. Can I read? So it's a natural human problem. It's not only the enemy that drives us.
I understand. I'm not saying that.
No, I'm not saying it for you.
Basically, what I see, in my view, I see squares everywhere. The authenticity that Mark mentioned, I don't see authenticity. I don't see labels trying to publish authenticity. I see an effort to make everything square. I see an effort to promote the same things over and over and over again. I don't see anything different. I'm not even sure that authenticity is actually a criteria now for success. I'm not even talking about success. I'm not interested in success. I think every musician is interested in his work going out.
Yeah.
So that he's not the only one listening to it. First of all, I think that's the primary goal of a musician.
So I don't know if you're wrong or you're right, but I totally respect your right to express everything. But my question is, okay, you solved the problem, you highlight it, you map it. So in your point of view, can you share with us, for example, some kind of solutions and to start reversing the game? Because right now we are already positioned to some questions that most of us, I think, agree. Question, problems, call it whatever.
Concern.
But let's do the reverse right now and take the chance from you.
Whatever here.
I'm not agreeing with that because if you have made a question in your mind, you probably have an answer. So I'm trying to cultivate the other answer because it might be helpful towards other people.
Yeah, the answer for me would be the improvement of society in general and due to things as they are. But
Don't become a tired musician because I know many of them. It's not the fault of the others. So you have to find other solution. And to reassure you, millions of musicians have exactly the same problem. It's not a big problem. I mean, we were with Peter in Macedonia and with some Polish friends. Poland is 40 million inhabitants. Okay, it's like a big country. How many radio stations? I don't know, 150, I think. Which one of them is not playing pop or tubo folk? None.
None. Just like here.
So, second problem. where the fuck am I going to put my music? So it's the same problem for everyone. So if you have some music you like today, which is fresh music, how did they manage? So it's what they say. It's a constant effort. You have to be the first one as a musician and as a music professional. You have to have two roles. And you have to make autocritic. On one hand, as Mark is saying, you have to work with your community. But if your mom or your friend is giving you compliments, well, dig for others with a more maybe, objective. Dare to be dared.
Dare to expose, actually.
Dare to expose. I don't know. What do you say, guys? One of the things is this. Don't go and ask for compliments. Go and check what around you is similar when it was written. I don't know.
Yeah, I can tell you my experience. I work for Music Information Center. And when I go to the music fair, like Jazz Ahead or Classical, like many of them, I'm meeting people, getting contact, giving contact. And after that, so many times I got millions of mails. Hello, Peter, so it's personal. Oh, I'm here, I'm coming to Europe. I would like to play a gig in Slovenia also. Can I play at your festival or can I play at your venue? Okay, usually I don't reply to this. So you didn't do your homework. You actually don't remember who I am. So I work for Music Information. You can ask me, can you suggest me some Slovenian festivals or venues where I can play this kind of music? So I am here to help to discover my region for somebody who's coming in. But if I got a mail, can I play at your venue? Come on, man.
You're starting wrong. That's absolutely. That's so usual, So usual. I won't say names, but a few days ago, we managed to do a nice event, I think, and that event was addressed in more than 200 press cuts. Not to mention the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of Facebook and Instagram related posts. The guy, the musician, came to me and asked me, "Oh, can't you organize some interviews?" He said once. I didn't reply because he don't know who I am. I'm the coordinator of 55 cities. I'm not the music producer. And then he said it again. And then I said, no. Yes, I will try to.
Well, for me, my.
What can I answer? But what he says is so true. Work on who you're going to contact. How are you going to present yourself? Guys, what you receive are masterpieces of incredibly stupid things so many times.
Maybe that means that it's even better to send 10% of mails, but really know who are you sending to. Maybe better to send one mail than 100 of them, but this one should be the proper one.
Peter, thanks for this intervention because my mind really opens many doors to knowledge, and I can answer to you as well. I don't play social side, I don't play the radios, I'm playing tuba, folk or Chinese jazz, really. But I will make a research before to find out who of the web radio I'm playing my content, and I will focus towards them. There are 10, 3, and then I will start cultivating my own community in the background. Instead of sending 1,000 emails, invitations, spamming, you are focusing, you are targeting the energy to 3, and we are not only informing them, actually we are starting to have a collaboration, a relation with them, and the next time they will come to you and ask you, do you have your material? I really liked it before. And this paradigm can also apply to other sectors, such as managing, booking, creative directors. Just take this as a pattern and start to apply it to other things that we would like to cooperate with. Thank you for this example.
Is it important the personal contact? I mean,
personal contact?
Without to make a guy or
Sorry.
freak out. I mean, not stalking, but go to a guy, hello, this is USB, this is my album.
Yes,
Something personal.
I will answer to you because we are living in the era of cacophony with information. So you don't know where and how you are going to others. But if you look someone in the eye, so you send a personalized email, he will remember you.
And still, because with Peter we're doing this and Mark, when I'm going abroad, I'm saying I'm not a producer. Okay, but keep the I say no, keep it because I know it costs money to do that. No, keep it. So it's again totally wrong. I'm telling you, don't give it to me. I'll
The
put
right
it
person,
in my etagere, and it will be a
I
nice.
mean, when the moment is right, you know that this person can do something, or at least here give a feedback, or if it's okay to give material.
I don't think that from my experience, I'm probably the oldest person in the room. That happens a lot now. Shut up, you. Anyway, and it takes years, and you have to get to know people, and it is about relationships, and choosing wisely. You know, I've worked a lot of traditional music, Celtic music, and I also do classical stuff. But my world's that world, and so I can go to Lusardo Festival Interceltic in L'Oreal. A quarter of a million people every year go there, and it's a real hub. I can say to Lusardo, I know you're busy, but can you come and listen to these people? And he will. Whereas if it's honestly a total stranger, they wouldn't ask him anyway. And we've tried in Scotland with Showcase. We have a Celtic festival in January. You know, who cares about the weather anyway in Scotland? And it's grown immensely. It's been around now for 25 years, and I've been part of it for a long, long time. And we have a showcase weekend. The Creative Scotland, the government helps support it, and they bring people from all over the world, producers, radio, TV, and they're allowed to come as long as they book 2 or 3 bands. That's the deal. You have to. So you actually engineer the thing. I don't know if you do the same thing. You have to engineer it, and you get the right people in the right place. You know.
In this context, do the labels respect the artist itself, or they answer, or they take seriously only managers?
I think that now you made a good point about meeting musicians.
It's not about the
It's
labels
about both.
usually. It
It's
depends
about
on your
both.
contract.
I see you nodding. Would you agree, both musicians and managers?
No, he said the labels, so that's why I wanted to correct. Very few labels are really doing agency or management.
Because I haven't. What is
No?
that? I'm not. My English is not so good.
That's perfect.
We send our material, our music to some labels. I see some 30, 50, 40, something like that. And we send it. We
Too much.
Too much. We send it a secret link in SoundCloud, and we were able to see if someone has listened to it. And this label HFN, is it right? They listened to the songs, and then I thought, okay, they don't know me, I'm not a manager, but they listened to the music.
They don't care about this, I think. If you match,
I mean, does it mean something? Or
it's a path. It's a path. It's a walking path. You put one break, you keep it steady, or it falls back again. You put it back, you put the second. It's a lifetime project.
Yes, but
and I want to say something very important, because this might be one answer to you. We spoke about with Alik. I know we're with Peter already. When you spend money and time, or time and money, to go and promote yourself, or you want to go to a fair, most of the people will think, I want to go to the big one in Eurosonic. I want to go to the big one in Reeperbahn. Well, don't do those mistakes, guys, because if you go to the big one, nobody will see you. You'd rather go to small, do the baby steps. Go to a regional showcase. Go in Slovenia, go in Macedonia. Don't think it's lovely. They have more things.
Yeah.
Go in something where there will be 10 bands playing, not 200.
Be noticed. Yeah.
Go to play in Music Day, even if you have nobody, if you have media coverage. Go to that event because there will be managers. So this is the selection criteria.
maybe there's someone to invest in tickets.
Maybe you'll find that one play in the room, there will be only one person, and because you will be respectable, you'll play your life even for one person, and maybe it's the diamond.
And then again, you need to choose the showcase. Again, to choose what, because not all the showcases are around the same music or the same vibe. For example, Slovenia, I went there, and I told him before, I think it was one of my favorites because it was original. You know, it was nice music, nice people around, and everyone wanted to connect. And that's another point I wanted to make because you said how, or I don't remember who said it, but how I'm going to access these people. You know, because in Greece in general, it's more close network than it is abroad. Abroad, you go somewhere and then you say, "Hey, Peter, come here to meet Aliki." So it's that simple to meet someone, and it's going to happen here as well. That's why it's very useful what is happening now. That we all connect and we all talk.
And don't you think we can say, not you because you're Scottish, but us from the small countries, don't you think we can say also we have an internal complex? It's inside of us. We start already like being afraid because we come from a small country and they don't. No, don't have a complex. Be straight, but as they said, prepare your steps. Who you're going to speak to, why you're sending an email there, and who you're addressing to.
And send short emails.
So important.
One line. If they're gonna,
Sorry, sorry. Please.
That's one advice because I was setting. I wanted to describe the music, so then I realized, okay, 2 lines, 3 lines.
So,
This is that a link, and not an album. Usually, if he travels to maybe in a week or he travels a month to go around showcases, so he ends up having a suitcase with the album. So digital, I think digital is easier. Or they gave me sticks, for example.
Or if your
Not
album is so
even a
special.
label.
Or if your artwork is so special, yes.
Yeah, of course.
sorry, Michael.
I just wanted to add that try to think that being from a small country as an advantage, not disadvantage. So if I'm from a small country, I'm sure that the whole world, I will find a person or community or maybe 1 million of people who is interested of what the hell this Slovenia is,
Yeah,
what they are
that's
doing,
true.
what is this music.
It's an island, no?
And I can tell you the case of Dubiosa Collective. I don't know if you know this band. This is a Bosnian band who started as a world music band. And they started as a world music band because they knew, okay, we are from Bosnia. We have this la music, and there are a lot of festivals for this kind of music. So we have a product to go directly there, and we are good, and we know how to do that. And so they came to the next level, being presented all around the world for those kind of festivals. But at the moment, they don't say we are world music band. So they already stepped on this floor, so they're moving on. We are playing still the same music, but we are not world music band anymore.
Yeah.
So that's my question, especially because you have so original, traditional music, world music stuff in Greece. Do you see an opportunity to try to present yourself in world music scene for the beginning? Or this is too complicated?
For those who can, I agree. You know, a long time ago, labels, anything that would come from Turkey or from Greece in France would go first on the world labels. It didn't matter if it was jazz, whatever. But that's a long time ago. I don't know if it's still the same. Then, if you would be Nana Mouskouri, or Demis Roussos, or Yannis, or whatever, you would go in the label because you would have become an international artist. So you would be by genre.
Yeah.
So till then, it would have been world music. I'd like Aliki, Angeliki, and Michael, to give 2 feeds. One was to the question you sent before, to whom to send and how to do it, because I remember Serafimo Angeliki telling me that it was you, Serafim, telling me that I don't know how this guy found me out. And then I said, come on, he knows you from somewhere. And then he said, oh yes, actually, I had given an interview to that guy, and then he came back to me. Αυτός με το Spotify που σου ζήτησε πρόσφατα ένα κομμάτι, πότε μου είπες? Να του κάνεις interview σε ένα περιοδικό στην Αμερική, στην Αγγλία. Okay, nevertheless.
So you said world band.
World music.
World.
Can I just add one thing to finish, and if you want to move on to Greek? There's this big debate about are musicians or artists, business people and entrepreneurs. When I found, I think you have to be an entrepreneur. You have to sell your stuff. You have to sell the idea. There's no doubt about it. And you have to really think like that. And if you don't do it, you need somebody else to do it. And it is about selling the idea. and knowing how to sell it and being unique. And it's for, I've sold compositions and ideas, big plans to people. Because of a relationship with somebody, thought, okay, we'll try this. And then you go with an idea and they say, you don't think that works? Yeah, of course it works. It kind of works okay. Why would we expect it, But anyway, you have to be an entrepreneur.
It's what all of us are saying, actually.
Maybe not you, but...
Επιχειρήν, όχι επιχειρηματίας. Να είσαι επιχειρήν.
It's to dare.
Δεν λέμε να γίνεις κόκαλης, λέμε να επιχειρείς.
Στο Spotify,
Ναι.
για το documentary για το Last Partisan.
Do we switch in Greek?
Actually, I have to say that our slowly has to be closed. So some key points summarizing the discussion would be great. On your behalf, don't look at me like an alien. I know that you got it.
Can somebody else summarize it? Who was listening carefully and
I like that.
I would like to hear what we said.
So what has been said so far?
Should we choose randomly or just pick up hands?
No.
I don't want to interrupt. I need to leave. I need to go to this festival. But one of my bands are performing today. Jack Hart, check him. It's opening in Cape today.
Yeah.
So we
thank
can
you
change
for
Thank you.
And
One. So you go now on stage. You go on stage. So we change the seats now.
Έχεις κάποιο mail? Εντάξει, θα μιλήσουμε και ένα καφέ, εντάξει. Άντε.
Καλή συνέχεια, για χαρά.
Ωραία, σούπερ. Αυτό τελείωσε.
Μα το άφησα ένα tag.